Oh, it's quiet. Hello, everyone. I'm Lindsay, Kelly's one and only sister, the youngest of the two. And I can definitely relate to Zach's brother Adam because unlike, Kelly, who's very kind and patient and loving, I'm definitely the opposite of her. So I think we have that in common. But, as everyone in this room knows, Kelly is truly an angel sent from above. This is really the only way to describe Kelly is that she's an angel. She's been through everything. She helped raise me. She took care of me when I was little and taught me how to read, did my homework for me. Somehow I convinced her that it was more important for me to watch the Kids' Choice Awards while she did my homework. So she's always been there for me. We've always been very close. So when I met Zach, of course, he had to meet some very high standards. And I'll never forget the first time I met Zach when he came over to our house. He was dressed head to toe with, his suit on and his hair slicked back. And I had had a few drinks because my best friend Noelle, who's sitting over here, was in town visiting. And Zach came over, and it was so unexpected to see someone so well dressed and polite to come over and shake my hand. I was really thrown off guard. But I looked at him, I said hello. When he walked away, I turned to Noelle and I said, "Damn." Damn, that's Kelly's date. From that point forward, we referred to Zach as our GQ model, which was very appropriate for my sister. And, Zach, as everyone probably, at least on this side of the room, can understand, when Zach dated Kelly, he really was actually dating our whole family because that's just how it is with our family. So it's rough. I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. And as Suki alluded to earlier, Zach, at least as far as I know now, does not carry a whole lot of baggage. And he got thrown into a crazy family that has a lot. And so, the very first time Zach even met our father, Tony, was, believe it or not, at the hospital when Grandpa Columbo passed away. And it was the very first time Zach met our father. And he was right by Kelly's side. And not only that, Zach was in the room when Grandpa passed away. So he was right there. We both took a shoulder to cry on. And it was the most moving thing I've ever seen. And all I could think was, oh my gosh, this guy just is so comfortable in this extremely awkward and sad situation. But he was such a trooper, and that was the very first impression he gave.
I agree.
Kelly and I talked to each other, and he said, who does that? Like, who's just there when, for the first time to meet your father when your grandpa's passing away in the room? And Zach was, because he's just that special. And that was one of the first indicators when I knew that, Zach was perfect for Kelly. Oh. I forgot to mention that at the time they started dating, not only did Zach have to win the hearts of the entire Colombo-Serrazio family, but he also really had to win my heart and Bella's. And Bella took to Zach right away because, everyone knows she's a flirt. She loves the boys, but she truly loves Zach. She would cuddle with him all day and just beg him to let her lick him to death, and he did. So he really, really went through a lot with us, and he definitely won my heart. Particularly when Kelly was still studying a lot, we would go to Nordstrom's together, and as Zach refers to it as Nordies, we'd get facials and we'd shop. And we'd come home with gifts for Kelly while she was studying, and it was really the best time ever. So when Kelly moved in with Zach, I was really sad, a little bitter, because I missed out on us hanging out so much. But, Zach's a really special person, and he has to be, because Kelly's an angel. And that's who Kelly is, and who Kelly and Zach are together is just this type of love that can only really be described in one way, and that's certainty. And Suki talked a little bit about this earlier when she was quoting, but I've never seen the type of certainty that I see with you two. And it's the kind of certainty that I think is extremely rare and special. You knew from the first time you guys met each other and first date that you knew you wanted to be together. I was actually shocked and typical, cynicism that I have. I didn't think that was really possible or true. I'd never seen Kelly come home from a date so happy. And another great indicator that Zach was the one is that he waited an hour and a half for Kelly to get there on the first date without any complaint. Which you have to do because our family runs late on everything. But the certainty they had together on their first date and thereafter, it was just incredible. And there was never a doubt. There was never a, there's this about Zach or this about Kelly. It was just certainty the whole way through. And I saw it when Zach was there at the hospital with us, and I saw it when we went out together, and especially warmed my heart. As Dad said, Zach may have asked for Kelly's hand in marriage to the parents, but truly his first line of approval was when he asked me if he could date my sister. And he did. He asked me if he could date my sister. I remember we were at Blackbird together in Miami, and I, of course, said yes. I felt like someone was asking me out. It was so sweet. I'd never seen that before. And Zach's treated me like a sister since day one. He's always taken care of us. We were his girls, me, Kelly, and Bella. And I love that. I've never had a brother, and I can't think of a better person. Not to mention that anytime I tell anyone about Zach, I'm so proud to tell them that he's dating Kelly and that that's my brother. Not just because of the way he carries himself and the way he speaks to people and how polite he is, because he's from the Midwest. I know that's why you're so polite. But because he's truly a great person at heart, and he has the best intentions always. And I'll admit, Suki's right, I had some doubts because you were just so perfect and we couldn't figure it out at first. But the truth is, that's who you are, and I just never thought there would be a counterpart to Kelly that was just as perfect as she is. But it exists, and you two are amazing together. You look like you stepped out of a magazine. And I couldn't be happier that Zach's part of our family now. And I love you both so, so much. And it's so great to see you both together and happy. And you've always been happy. That's how I know you're meant to be together. You've never been unhappy together, not once. And I think that certainty will definitely follow you. You guys are really strong and sacrifice for each other and love each other. And, Kelly deserves that, from anybody, really. But to see it coming from her husband now is just incredible. And I don't think I'll ever get to really see that with anybody else. Just the way that Zach treats Kelly and supports her and brings her tea while she's studying for medical school. And the way he dotes on her and just treats her like the princess she is amazing. So I approve. And as I told you the day you asked me to date Kelly, I'm so happy, and I love you both so much.